Meet Die Dead Kill, my main account. Ever since the collection log was released, I've been working on collecting all the different items in the game. After starting my Chunkman series, I've been neglecting the account, but now it's time to resume collecting and share the adventure. Last episode we got the blue die from Guardians of the Rift, which was our only collection log slot we got that episode, but we did get the Elite Combat achievements completed, which is a big unlock in and out of itself. We currently have the tasks you can see on screen, but today we are deviating from those tasks. As you've probably already seen on the title of the video, we are going to cremate Urium remains, 10,000 of them, and see what the loot is going to be. If we price check all of these Urium remains together with these redwood pyre logs, this comes out to about 77 mil, and I actually bought these Urium remains at about 5,600 each. So I'm a little bit bummed that the prices dropped quite significantly, because I could have saved 6 mil. But either way, if we would cremate all of these things, we would be able to get about 100 mil back from the 77 mil we invested here. So about a 25 mil profit just by cremating all of this, together with 7.5 million firemaking experience and 1.8 million prayer experience, which is quite the nice XP we can get from these. Although it will take a very long time to do this, of course. What the wiki also says is that we will get 54 elite clues, and those we are going to open together with our 27 we already had in the bank. And then of course we will do the masters as well and save those up into the bank for sometime later. I am going to reset my loot tracker so that we have a clean loot tracker to track what we are going to get from all of these remains. I don't think if you cremate it goes into the loot tracker, so we will miss all of the coin drops we get, but from all of the keys, if we open the keys, we will be able to see how much money we've earned by just using those. The reason I'm doing this partially is because of course we want the elite caskets, but also because we want more firemaking experience. With the change they made to the Phoenix, if you are at 200 mil firemaking experience, it's extremely more common to get the Phoenix pet from Winterthought. So eventually we will have to get there. So starting with a nice 7.5 million experience, and then we'll see probably in the future we will do much more. But either way, enough talking, let's burn some Urium remains. Yeah, just like I thought, we get money and we get the keys, but it doesn't show up in the loot tracker, which is a bit of a shame because now we won't get all of the coin drops registered, but oh well. I'm not really sure with 10,000 remains how much money that would be, but I guess we'll never know. First little milestone, and that's 14 million rare experience. We're only a couple hundred in, so we will definitely get to 15 million. But let's just continue. This is relaxing, and Sej is here, the guy that has green logged elite clues. Hopefully we can get the same luck as he has. First 1000 Urium remains cremated. As you can see, we have a lot of keys, and these combine to 788. So we are losing about 1/4 of the remains that are converted into money instead of getting a key. If this continues, we will have about 7,500 to 8,000 keys to open, and this already took 1 evening and a half to get through these 1,000 remains, so I imagine this is going to take me 2 weeks to actually cremate all of these remains, but let's see. And there we have the first virtual level of many, level 102 firemaking. This is now day 4, and we still have about 8,000 logs left. And that was prayer level 100. It's still 8,290 actions left to 101. We won't make that, but we will make 15 million total experience. So this is the last virtual prayer level, but there are still a lot of virtual firemaking levels left. Another milestone. if we look at the bank and add these gold crimson keys, we are over 1000 keys stacked. We still have 7129 Urium remains left, so I imagine all the other stacks will be above 1000 as well. And that's going to be another virtual level, level 103 firemaking. Another milestone, we have reached the halfway point for all of the remains, and if we add all of this to our bank, we are close to 2000 gold crimson keys, and the rest are just really lagging behind. It's about 250 remains per hour, so we have done about 20 hours of shade remain burning. We have 20 more hours to go, so the end is in sight. Another milestone, and a little more important than the others, as this is going to be broadcast into the CC, we have reached 20 million firemaking experience. We're 1/10 of the way until we reach max XP, and we can go for the Phoenix pet. And there, the last prayer milestone we'll get. That's 15 million prayer experience now. We won't get the next level, which is about 900k away, and we won't get to 16 mil, so that will be for the next time we will be doing these keys. We still have 4000 left, so we still have quite a while to go. Another milestone, this time for firemaking, level 104 firemaking now. We have about 3000 logs left and remains left, and we need 2968, so we're either barely going to make level 105 or we are not going to make it. And we actually managed to make it. This is firemaking level 105. We don't have much Urium remains left, we only have one inventory in the bank left, so we just barely made the virtual level. Let's clear up the last inventory and then let's see how many keys we've gotten. And just a few minutes later, we have our last inventory here. Let's add them up to the keys in our bank. And we have a very nice stack of crimson keys. Over 1000 for red and brown keys. And then only 766 for black and 485 for purple. With the help of our calculator, we come out to 7,966 keys we can now open. So we lost about 20% of our shades. That converted to just cash, but 8,000 keys, that's quite a lot. So let's see how many elite clues we can get from all of these keys. I'm gonna start with the purple ones as we have the least amount of those. And then each time I'll show you what the result is of the opening of all the keys. Also, meanwhile, you can see we are up to 29 elite caskets. That's because when doing bud runs in between burning the shades, I've gotten 2 more elite clues. So that's already 2 more for the opening at the end of the video. Well, even before we got to do the keys, we already have another elite clue from our bird nests. So we will be at 30 elite caskets before we actually start with the keys. And maybe in between the keys we will have some more, but that's already number 30 that will be banked before we start. And that's all of the purple keys gone. And if we look to what we have gotten in the loot tracker, we have 487 opened. That's 2 more than keys we had, so the loot tracker isn't 100% accurate. But we got about 5.7 mil, which is quite nice, so we are gaining back some money we actually invested. And we got 3 elite clues. The rate is a 1 in 144, so we were actually expecting 3.3 clues. So we pretty much got that. And the wiki doesn't really say that the elite combat achievements actually affect the elite drop rate, so I'm not really sure if it actually does or not. But anyway, 3 elite clues added, we are now at 33. Let's open the 766 black keys. And there we go, with this inventory added, we are out of black keys. 766 keys, so that means at a rate of 144, we should get about 5.3 elite clues. And as you can see, we have 39, so that means we got 6. So that balances out the 0.3 we lost at the purple keys. And then for the loot, we got 9.6 mil, and again, we got 767 gold key blacks in the loot tracker, just one more than we actually had keys for. But that's already another nice amount of gold added. We're still not at the amount we bought all of the shades and the pyre logs, but we're getting there. Next up are the brown keys. That's already double the amount of black keys we had. So we're looking at about 12 clues more. And there we go. All our brown keys are now also used up. We are now up to 49 elite clue caskets, which means we have gotten 10. And the drop rate from all of our brown keys was about 10.5 elite clues. So we're a little on the short end of the stick here. If we look to the loot tracker, so we got the 10 elite clues, and then we got 18.3 million in 1514 keys. So again, we have 2 keys extra on the loot tracker. We're about at 30 mil now from what we've gotten. So we are closing in, and we still have about 5,000 keys left. So let's go and use up our 1605 red keys. And there we go. That's all of the red keys processed. We have gotten up to 60 elite caskets, so that means we have gotten 11 caskets more from all of these red keys. If we were on drop rate, we would get 11.1, so that's actually perfectly on drop rate. And from the loot tracker, we have 20.4 mil. So I think we're very close to break even now, and we still have our biggest stack left. So let's dig into the crimson keys, 3,600 of them. I hope I can actually process them in one day, but let's see how many elite clues we will get after this last stack, and then we can finally open them. And 2 days later, we have finished all of the crimson keys. As you can see, we are up to 81 elite caskets, so we got 21, and the drop rate is actually 24.9, so we pretty much lost 4 clues here, which I'm a little annoyed about. Money-wise, we have gotten 43.4 mil, so that's a very nice amount, of course. Most of the money we got were pretty much from the battle staves, the amulets of the damned, the fine cloth, just the general money as well, and then just a lot of rune and dragon equipment. If we would count up everything, so from the purple, black, brown, red and crimson keys we had, we actually made 97.4 mil, and that's actually without the money we got from actually cremating. So I think there's about, if we go by the rates of the wiki, about like 8 mil as well. With an input of 80 mil, we made 25 mil. That's a nice profit, but this also took a while. So I think it was about 40 hours to actually cremate everything, and then another 20 to 30 hours to actually open the keys and doing the elite clues, of course. So dividing all of those hours over the 25 mil profit we had, this is a very bad money maker. It does make you money, but it's not the primary thing why you would actually do this. The reasons why we were doing this is pretty much for the experience. We got 7.5 million fire making experience and 1.8 mil prayer experience. So on that front, it's a very good method, and it makes you a little bit of profit, so a very nice thing to see. And then of course the elite clues. If we go by all of the keys we had and their drop rates, we were supposed to see 55 elite caskets, but we only saw 51, so pretty much we got shafted on the crimson keys, where we lost the 4 we were actually due. All in all, in 14 days just to do this all, it was a pretty long endeavor, but let's now see if we can reap the rewards by opening our elite caskets. This can also give us a lot more money, but let's just recap what we have currently on our log. We have 124 opened, adding up those 81. We will go over 200 elite clues completed, which will mean we get the heavy caskets, the milestone reward for elite clues. And we also have 25 out of 59 clue uniques obtained. There's a lot more we can get, so let's hope we can actually get a nice amount from these. And then on to the opening itself. Let's see what the first casket will be. Nothing special. Let's continue. Or we get a master clue. As we had about 81 caskets, master clue is 1 in 5. We will have to stop quite a bit to do the master clues, but master clues banked is always a good thing, of course. First master banked. Let's continue. Ooh, and we get a mimic. We should only get a few of these, but it's extra rolls, so let's hope we get something good, as these last couple of clues weren't all that great. Mimic number 15 down. Let's see what we get. Another master clue and a duplicate black dragonhide chaps trimmed. Alright, let's do the master first. Another master in the bank. Let's continue in priv. Okay, only 2 and we get another master clue. I don't really mind getting the master clues, but opening these 72 more will take quite a while just because we will have to stop each time to do our masters. Another one added to the collection. Let's continue with our casket. The rewards aren't all that, and we get another Hosidius card and another master clue. We're definitely lucky on the master clues here. Let's try the crafting bank again. 70 caskets left. And we got another duplicate black dragonhide body. And another duplicate royal gown bottom. Not really getting lucky on those uniques. And there's another deerstalker, also a duplicate. But we do get a master clue, so let's go back to doing master clues instead of getting uniques. 5 masters in the bank. Come on, let's get a new unique from these elite caskets. Or just another master clue. Jesus, we are lucky on these. Back to Sears Bank. Let's continue. Well, that's 150 elite clues opened. 55 left to go. Just give me one unique or another master clue. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Give us a unique. Oh god. We already had that one. We do not want duplicate uniques. We want normal uniques. New ones. And another master. We're definitely lucky on masters. That's 8 masters in 31. So we're pretty much 2 ahead of the drop rate. 4.5 mil as well. I don't mind the money, but I really want to get another log slot because that's pretty much why we are doing this. Either way, 50 elite caskets left. Let's do the master first. Let's try an underground bank instead. Maybe that brings us a bit of luck. Or another master clue. Okay. Maybe Yenel Bank will be better. Let's see. Another duplicate. Didn't we already get that one? Yeah, that's our second. Just like with the Black Dragonhide chaps. A lot of duplicates. And we get another Mimic. Okay. Let's hope the Mimic brings us a little bit more luck. Alright, that was an extremely scuffed kill. You can see we only had 4 sharks left. So let's see if the Mimic is worth it. Not really. Let's continue, I guess. I think our RNG is broken. That's now 46 clues. Not a single new unique, but we did get 10 master clue scrolls. New day, new opportunities. 35 elite caskets left. Let's see if we can actually get a unique here. And there's our first dupe of the day, an adamant dragon mask. 24 left. I thought we were going to get a ton of new uniques, but I guess we won't. Oh, and then we have another mimic, third one of all the caskets we've gotten. Let's hope that one actually gives us something really nice. A much cleaner fight this time. Let's open the mimic, see what we get. Another master clue and 600 dead runes. Okay. Our luck doesn't seem to be changing. 22 caskets left, but let's do the master first. Another master in the bank. And I actually also banked the chompy check. Maybe that was bringing us bad luck. Let's open the last 22. Are we actually not gonna get anything? Okay, we get another mimic. But that's 11 caskets left and we haven't gotten anything. So that's a bit worrying. Mimic number 18 down. Let's open it. Just some junk. It's a lot of money though, so that's good, but still nothing we are looking for. And then the next one we already get another duplicate and another master clue. 10 left, not looking great. We're now at 12 masters in the bank for 71 elite clues, so we're also dry on those now. And we already got 11 mil, which isn't all the greatest, but it's some money. And now let's see what we can get from the last 10. Ah, finally! We get a unique. That took so long before we got a unique, but we finally got one, and we got another master clue. I feel a little happier now. My spirits have been lifted a little bit with that one unique. We have 9 caskets left. Let's see if we can actually make it 2 or 3. Not in the first one, but the second one we get a monocle. Unique number 2. We finally get some things after a long dry streak. But let's continue. Oh my god, we got another monocle. Okay, first of all we don't get any uniques and then we immediately get a duplicate of the one we did get. Currently we have 199 elite treasure trails opened. If we open this one, we will get the milestone reward for opening the 200 one. And we actually get another unique as well, the giant boot, together with the heavy casket. Look at that, heavy boot. And then the monocle. Pretty nice. We finally get some uniques. Let's open the last 5 as well. I'm actually really happy we got a few now, because having none would actually be pretty bad. Last 4, 3, 2, and the last one is going to be nothing. Okay, that was a bit of a ride opening all of those caskets. I'm happy we finally got something out of these caskets after like we were 70 opened without anything. But then the last 10 really came through with the 3 uniques. If we look to the tracker, we have 81 opened for 16.7 mil. So that got boosted a bit by the Ranger's Tunic, which is 4 mil. And then we got 13 master clues in 81. We are actually 1 off there. So a little unlucky on those. But that's the end. We end up with 3 new uniques for a new total of 1037 uniques in the log. And we are now at 28 out of 59. Our log has been filled a little bit more. I hoped for a little bit more as well, but it is what it is. Maybe in the next opening we will get some more, but for now, that's the opening and the loot of all the shade keys. 15 days of shade burning, key looting, casket opening and master clues later, we are at the end of the journey. If you've liked the video, please like it below as well, and if you like the channel, consider subscribing to it. For the rest, I wish you all a great day and see you next time for more collection log content.